Researchers have already considered various theories about the origin of the separation between South America and Antarctica. There's a very plausible theory on the channel about a part of the moon falling in the year 1680. It's about a piece of the destroyed moon falling to Earth in this place, piercing 6,000 kilometers and leaving a grand trace. From this fall, flood waves can be traced, passing through Africa and then circling the Earth 2 more times. For the most part, the fallen piece was made of frozen ice, which melted. It also contributed to the rise in the level of the world ocean. The resulting tsunami wiped out the megafauna of that time. The water also washed away Australia, mammoths became extinct then, and the Ice Age began. The theory is not bad and corresponds to the penultimate flood. The width of the Drake Passage is about 509 miles, and it is also the deepest, reaching up to 5 kilometers in depth. From the eastern part of these trenches, the South Sandwich Islands rose from the seabed, and the place where the asteroid is believed to have fallen is called the South Antilles Basin. Arguments are made that a cosmic object could not move along a curved path. Of course, one could argue that it would move along the path of least resistance depending on the density of sections of the Earth's mantle, so it could also move in a zigzag pattern. However, the answer is even simpler. Let's look at the curved meridians. This is simply a distortion of the map as a result of projecting it onto a flat surface, meaning if the object fell, it moved in a straight line on the map. Until the 17th century. We are told that this place used to be dry land, and after the fall it became the bottom at a depth of 5 kilometers. But can such deep traces really be formed by a fall? The arc-shaped South Antilles Ridge stretches for almost 3,500 kilometers, and in some places rises above the water, forming separate islands: South Georgia, South Sandwich, South Shetland, and South Orkney Islands. So, this cosmic object first fell into the ocean, then destroyed the connection between South America and Antarctica, and then moved further into the ocean. And the depth of the ocean in this place reaches up to 3 kilometers. A bullet from an automatic rifle stops at a depth of several meters below the surface of the water. That means the resistance of the ocean to a cosmic object must have been significant. Of course, there is no solid evidence that this rupture was caused by the fall of a celestial body. It is also possible to present a lot of arguments that refute this theory. Then let's consider another geological theory about the formation of this South Antilles Ridge between the continents. With the help of underwater drilling and analysis of the thickness of sedimentary rocks on the ocean floor, the following picture was established. Practically half of the total area of the world's ocean floor is very young. There is a hypothesis that the process of forming young oceanic crust is also connected with the extinction of the dinosaurs. New sections of the ocean floor are formed by the process of seafloor spreading, where new crust grows along mid-ocean ridges. Older sections of the ocean floor sink into the mantle beneath continental plates. This is called the subduction zone. This is the official version, but there is also an unrecognized hypothesis that the Earth is expanding. The continents simply move apart from each other because the volume of the planet is increasing, or basically, the volume of material space is increasing, and this happens due to the decomposition of metal hydrides in the core. This is also supported by Larin's theory of hydrogen degassing and his followers. Where does the hydrogen come from? And in general, all matter, this knowledge is preserved in the language. Hydrogen is that which gives birth to water, and matter is that which materializes from the ether. Let's enlarge the area of the Drake Passage on the map with the age of the seafloor. As we can see, this underwater region is also quite young. And once, in the time of the dinosaurs, Antarctica was connected to South America, and all the islands located on the South Antilles Ridge were a single landmass. Geologists have even classified the plateau in this basin as a separate plate. Australia and Antarctica were also practically a single continent in those times, although now there are huge distances between them. Of course, we would all wholeheartedly believe the official history if it had taken care to destroy maps like these, which became widely available with the advent of the internet. On Gerardus Mercator's map of 1595, the Drake Passage is not present. It is believed that Drake sailed through this passage 20 years earlier, before the map was created. Later, this strait between the continents was named in his honor. That is, 17 years before Mercator's maps appeared, the strait had already become known. So how did Mercator know that these two continents were once connected together? Maybe the process of forming the strait wasn't that ancient in geological terms and happened not millions of years ago? Of course, neither Mercator nor anyone alive today can know what happened 50 million years ago, and considering that there are many such maps showing continuity between continents, while the world is filled with civilization and modern animals that are depicted there. So, following common sense and logic, we must admit that the Drake Passage appeared literally quite recently, in the Middle Ages. However, this also does not rule out the version that the continents separated as a result of an increase in the total mass of Earth's matter.